Show.
Time now for some quick hits.
You gotta move quickly.
There's no time.
Move fast there, come on. And here we go on a Monday installment of America's favorite sports radio segment. It is time for quick hits right here on the Jake Asman Show. And quick hits this morning is brought to you by Freol Deep Penetrating Oil. Industrial strength Freol spreads deep into rusted or frozen parts. Bring them with ease. The 3-part formula delivers 3 times more lubricant. It takes less spray, less torque, and less time than any other penetrating oil to get the job done. Freol is also body shop safe, which means it's safe on paint, plastic parts, and it's silicone free. You can find Freol on the shelves at any AutoZone, O'Reilly, or Napa Auto Parts store, and also at select Walmart stores. Before we get into some quick hits topics, Justin Mader writes in regards to our discussion about Kevin James apparently playing Saints coach Sean Payton in a Netflix movie. Justin writes in, what actors would play Jake and Ron in a series/movie about you guys? Well, for me, Ron, I'd have to pick some sort of redheaded actor. That goes without saying.
Conan
would work. That'd be pretty sweet. Andrew Santino, the comedian who's also on the show, Dave, he could maybe play Jake Asman in a TV show or film. Who else is out there? Oh, the guy that plays Bobby Axelrod on Billions. What's the actor's name? Daniel.
Well, just remember, you can always change hair color too. Remember Matthew Fox in We Are Marshall? Remember who played Red, the assistant coach who didn't get on the plane?
Yes, you're right. By the way,
kind of dyed his hair a little bit.
The actor's name that I was thinking of that I couldn't believe I didn't just remember is Damian Lewis, who's an exceptional actor.
All right.
Who would play you, Ron?
Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Yeah.
I could see that. Can you give us that? Give us an all right.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna Google real quick, off the top of my head, because I don't know. Redheaded actors.
Maybe it's an athlete turned actor, because you get the Carson Wentz.
It's a good point.
Comparison a lot.
By the way, I'm glad I Googled redheaded actors, because the first name that pops up, Damian Lewis.
All right.
Let's go. Also, Rupert Grint, also known as Ron Weasley from Harry Potter.
I don't know about that one. You don't seem whiny enough.
Yeah. Eric Stoltz, I'm not familiar with him.
Eric Stoltz?
Who's that?
Iconic 80s actor.
Okay, well, that explains it. Who's the guy that played Tormund in Game of Thrones? That'd be a guy that could do it. What's his name?
I don't know.
What's Tormund's name? Tormund, Game of Thrones actor. Ed Sheeran can maybe play me, but he's not an actor. He's a singer.
Well, you know what? Maybe he goes into a musical. And he was an actor. Remember, he was in that movie yesterday, playing himself.
The actor from
Does that count too? If you play yourself, are you really acting?
Not exactly. Christopher Heavju is the name of the actor that played Tormund from Game of Thrones. And then my brother just texted me Bobby Flay.
Flay.
If it's a cooking show, perhaps.
Bobby Flay.
Now, Bobby Flay can act. He was in season 8 of Entourage, playing himself. And I did intern with his daughter at the Olympics 5 years ago.
Yes, but you also interviewed Jeremy Piven, and his character had a little beef with Bobby Flay.
That's true. I don't know if Jeremy would like it so much.
Yeah, you may never get him on your show again, and I think you want to keep that option open.
I do. I like my relationship with Jeremy Piven very much. Very much so.
Because I have to believe with the amount of enthusiasm Jeremy Piven or Ari Gold showed towards Bobby Flay, that kind of spills into Jeremy Piven's real life.
It's fair.
So he probably doesn't like Bobby Flay as well.
It's fair. Look, I don't blame him. So, you know what? I'm just going to stick with what I said for number 1. Damian Lewis would play.
There we go.
And you're going with McConaughey.
I'll go with McConaughey.
All right.
That's a good buddy comedy right there.
Comedy, or we could do a serious film, too.
I was just telling you about. During the next break, you got to watch this trailer because Kevin James will blow your mind.
Yes, Ron sent me the trailer for the movie Becky, in which Kevin James apparently plays a very serious role, which is hard to believe.
A convict to escape prison.
Okay.
Looking for a key.
We have a great film, though. We got Damian Lewis and Matthew McConaughey in a movie. That'd be a damn good film.
There it is.
That'd be a damn good film. It wasn't exactly a damn good Masters. It lacked some drama for pretty much all of it besides 3 minutes yesterday. But nonetheless, it was Hideki Matsuyama coming through to win the Masters yesterday and become the first Japanese golfer to ever win in Augusta.
Matsuyama is Japan's first Masters champion.
Jim Nantz on CBS with the call. This was Matsuyama through an interpreter on the excitement of bringing that green jacket back to Japan.
Doug, I can't imagine what it's going to be like. What a thrill and honor it will be for me to take the green jacket back to Japan. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay. Short and sweet through the interpreter, but you can't even imagine what that means for him and for his country. I mean, he's now the face of golf in Japan, and he will have made himself. I mean, Andy North put out like $1 billion yesterday on ESPN. It's like a figure. I don't know if it's that, but by winning the Masters and becoming the first to do it as a Japanese-born golfer, I mean, he is forever now enshrined in Japanese sports lore and will be a god walking back to that country.
Yeah, he will. He'll have a statue made of him in front of whatever club he wants. And at first, I was a little afraid. I didn't know if he knew he won.
That's right. He didn't really
because he didn't really do anything. And I was like, I mean, he knows the game is over, right? I mean, people are applauding him, giving him standing ovation. Friends and family of his were coming up, giving him the biggest hug, and he just kind of was still stone faced, like, do I celebrate? What do I do?
Good point.
So, but I'm happy for him. I can't wait for next year's Masters dinner.
Yeah, what do you think the spread will be? A little different than past
I think it'll be a lot different than Dustin Johnson's pigs in a blanket.
Is it racist to assume that he's going to have Japanese food at the Masters dinner?
I don't think so at all.
I'm just making sure. I mean, everything is racist.
I would be surprised
nowadays.
if there wasn't like a sushi appetizer.
I mean, I feel like you have to. I mean, and also, who doesn't love sushi?
Yeah.
I judge people that don't like sushi.
And I guarantee this, that the chefs at Augusta are super excited.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's a challenge. Yeah. It's like just back, I can't remember who the Masters winner was, but there were a couple of years ago, the Masters champion had haggis at his Masters dinner. Oh, maybe that was. I'm trying to remember. Who. Well, I'll figure it out who it was, but he had haggis as his main Masters dinner course, which probably would have had Augusta going, all right, something a little different.
I mentioned, Ron, the lack of drama. Other than about 2 minutes, that was the case. So on the 16th hole, Xander Schauffele put a shot in the water and followed that up by a ball over the green and resulted in a triple bogey. This came after on the 15th hole, Matsuyama finally did something wrong. He hit a shot into the water and he took a bogey on a par 5. And Schauffele birdied that hole. So Schauffele was within 2 strokes going into that 16th hole when he hit the ball in the water and then hit the ball in the stands. So he ends up triple bogeying. And then from that point on, I mean, Matsuyama just basically could like 3-putt the greens in the last couple of holes and would easily win.
Pretty much did.
Yeah. I mean, he bogeyed the 18 because it's okay.
No, it felt like late drama was building. And then as soon as Schauffele triple bogeyed 16, we kind of just knew it was like, all right, we'll just finish it on off.
Yeah, Schauffele put himself in contention by birdieing, I think, at one point 4 in a row. And then he triple bogeyed 16 after he had the momentum after Matsuyama gave him a chance on 15, and that was it. So Schauffele unable to come through, and that triple bogey on the 16th hole yesterday dropped him from second place to a tie for third place. You know how much money that cost him? $575,000 going from second place to a tie for third. Brutal.
Yeah.
Golf is a sick game.
That's where too. It's all mental. I mean, even I was saying it last night. We were watching the final, the 18th hole. I said, right now it's just Matsuyama playing against himself, and that's got to be so hard to do. And that's pretty much, I think that's the main reason why he bogeyed that final hole is just he was being overly cautious. Make sure I just need to get it in.
Speaking of hard to do, how about the performance of the 24-year-old Will Zalatoris? He had one of the best finishes for a Masters rookie in history. He fell one shot off the winner in Matsuyama. And this is a guy that if you look at him up close, kind of resembles the caddy in Happy Gilmore, right?
Yeah, if there's a movie being made about Matsuyama's road to victory, Masters victory, no question on who plays who plays Zalatoris.
Yes, no question at all. So Adam Sandler took to social media yesterday and he posted, "Have fun today, young man. Mr. Gilmore's watching you and very proud," with a picture side by side of Zalatoris and the caddy from Happy Gilmore that gets trucked by Happy Gilmore when Happy thinks that he's stealing his clubs. He's like, "Mr. Gilmore, I'm your caddy." So how about that? Pretty cool moment for Will Zalatoris, right? I mean, the guy is I don't want to say he's a nobody because I'm sure golf fans know him, but he was not in the public spectrum. Goes out there, comes in second at the Masters, and his first tweet since the Masters concluded, he quote tweeted Adam Sandler and wrote, "If you're ever in need of a caddy again, let me know. I'll be better this time. I'm always available for you, Mr. Gilmore." I love that 25 years later, Happy Gilmore is still in the forefront.
It'll be another 25, 50 years, and he'll still be a thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So there you have it. Hideki Matsuyama at 10 under, your Masters champion. Moving on to some baseball. We opened the show talking about controversy at the end of the Phillies and Braves game last night. A play at the plate resulted in the runner being called safe, even though replay shows he never touched the plate. So the Phillies beat the Braves by a run last night on Sunday Night Baseball. And after the game, each manager for their respective team had a different perspective on what actually happened at the play on the play at the plate last night. First, this was Joe Girardi on what he saw on the replay of that controversial play at the plate.
We saw it looked like his big toe kind of hit the corner of the plate is what we saw when we saw a lot of the angles.
Joe, I don't know about that one, buddy. I love you, Joe Girardi, but that sounds like a bit of a spin zone there, don't you think, Ron?
A little bit of a reach.
A little bit of a reach, right? He's spinning that one a little bit.
Yep.
Well, let's get the other perspective on the matter. This is Brian Snedeker, the Atlanta Braves manager, and needless to say, Snedeker saw that play at the plate just a bit differently.
We had an angle that I saw he didn't have because I wondered till I saw a certain angle, and I was confirmed what I thought that he didn't touch the plate. I don't know. I mean, it's just frustrating sometimes, I guess. And that's what I told the umpires. Because I got a view on the big screen that he didn't touch the plate.
Well, Joe Girardi said his big toe got in. So who's right here, Ron?
Yeah, what say you, Snedeker? Did you not see the big toe graze the plate by mere fractions of not even centimeters?
This reminds me of a great moment in the hit Nickelodeon television show, Drake and Josh. Imagine Joe Girardi and Brian Snedeker in a room discussing this play. And Girardi says his big toe hit the plate. And Snedeker says, no, it didn't. It never touched the plate. He was out. Then Joe Girardi responds, are you calling me a liar? And then Snedeker then responds and goes, well, I ain't calling you a truther. That's what we have here in this game.
Yeah.
That's what we have here.
And of course, Joe Girardi, maybe it depends on how much time went by. Maybe he just, maybe he could say, yeah, that was me, knowing that baseball is not going to do anything about it. That he was safe. He could probably get away with saying it now, but I guess immediately after the game, you got to defend your guys and say, no. He was, he was safe. And it's so funny. I love the toe.
The toe got in there.
The toe comment.
Joe's got the X-ray vision. He could see the toe that was in there.
Yep.
He could see the toe. He saw it. I don't know how he saw it. He somehow saw it.
Well, when you zoom in and you keep zooming in, and pretty soon the whole picture just becomes pixelated. You can't tell what's what. So, yeah, obviously the toe touched.
Yeah, I guess the toe did indeed touch. All right, let's stay with Major League Baseball here. Yankees and Rays. We go to the 10th inning. The game's tied at 4. And the new member of the Yankees, Rougned Odor, came to the plate. 3-2 count. Game on the line. And this happened.
3-2. That one is looped into center field. That is going to be in there for a base hit in front of Phillips. Scoring is Hicks. And a big RBI single for Odor. And the Yankees take a 5-4 lead as Torres moves to third.
Odor comes through, and he earned his pinstripes already as a member of the Yankees. That hit got the Yankees going in the 10th. They scored the run there. Then Gary Sanchez had an RBI single. Gio Urshela blew it open with a big-time hit that ended up resulting in like a double because the Rays outfielder misplayed it. And the Yankees finally got a couple key hits with runners on base, something they had not done really over the last couple of years, but specifically so far this year. And they avoided the sweep, beat the Rays 8-4. For whatever reason, the Yankees always start off slow every season. And for whatever reason, they stink when they go to Tropicana Field. It's just, it's mind-boggling how the Yankees just, they look like at times a minor league baseball team when they play at the Trop.
They're afraid of the roof.
I guess so. But yesterday, they finally won a game there. And they beat the Rays, and as I mentioned, avoided the sweep. I mentioned Odor. So Odor, if you follow his career, has always had a James Harden-like beard. Well, when you become a Yankee, you got to shave the beard due to the Yankees' facial hair policy. So this was Odor on having to shave his beard.
I noticed you had to shave the beard. Was that weird for you?
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, I feel weird. Even my daughter, she don't even want to look at me. But you know what? It is what it is. You know, I'm happy to be here.
Happy to be a Yankee. And the Yankees, by the way, are not paying him anything. The Rangers are paying the final $27 million on his contract over the next couple of years. The Yankees got him for a couple of like mid-level prospects. So they hope a change of scenery does him some wonders. They can get him back to being a guy that had multiple 30-plus home run seasons as a second baseman. He could play all over the infield, low risk, potentially high reward move, and just a couple of games in, Odor earned the pinstripes, Ron. He's become a Yankee.
Are you kind of tired of the clean-shaven rule of the Yankees?
I actually kind of like it. I think it's pretty cool that the Yankees still have that tradition. And don't give me players should have a right to express themselves. They should, but you know what? Your employer has rules. I respect that they have always had that rule, and every player has abided by it. Like, there has not been a single player that has said, nope, I'm not coming. I'm not doing it. Every big-time free agent that the Yankees have signed that has a beard has abided by the rule. And I think that's pretty cool. I got no issue with it. That wraps it up for Quick Hits here on a Monday morning. Coming up next, Sam Darnold has spoken. The former Jets quarterback and now quarterback of the Panthers has talked about his departure from the Jets. We'll get to what Sam said next right here on the Jake Asman Show.
Wake up call.